All right, Semi Goodman, mate, you're back, eyes healed up. You must be pretty excited for this fight.
Yeah, touch wood. So I'll say it's healed up and it's 100% at the end of the camp when I'm finished sparring. So I'm not putting the mocker on myself, but at the moment it's going smoothly and we're all on track.
You said you were back sparring. How's it all been going for you?
I'm not cut, so at the moment it's all good. But like I said, there's a lot of rounds to go, and I'll say I'm 100% once I get through camp. So once I'm through my last sparring session, I'll confidently say that I'm ready to go. But till then, I'm not putting the mocker on myself.
Have you sort of mentally dealt with the past few months? It must have been hard at times. How are you now?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to have the people I do around me and my support system from my family to my team, my manager, the team at No Limit. I'm truly blessed. Everyone that's got around me and supported me through it. I'd be in a much different place if I didn't have those people. So I'm very very grateful, and that's what's probably come out of it for me. I've just made me a lot more appreciative for who I've got.
What about the pressure, the expectation of being the headline act on main event? Have you enjoyed that sort of process?
Yeah, I love it. It's something you dream about doing since you're a kid. So it's something I always expected of myself, but it's nothing that there's no different pressure to when I was having my pro debut or when I was fighting as an amateur. I always get in there, I always expect to win, and there's always pressure. If you care about what you're doing, there's always pressure. So I hate that saying when people say, "Oh, there's no pressure," or all the pressure's on him. If you want to win and you're there to to accomplish things, there's always fucking pressure. So it's I just deal with it and take it in my stride, and yeah, it is what it is. It's another fight, and I'm just excited to be back, man.
I want to get your thoughts on Tim Tszyu's performance a couple of weeks ago against Joey Spencer. What did you make of the fight, and where do you see Tim going from here?
Man, it was real good performance. Do you know what? It was good to see him take a bit of that time in the first round, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it was with you. I said, Tim's skills are underrated. Like he was using his legs a lot more, using his feet early on, and just being a bit careful and sussing Joey out. And then once he knew he had him where he wanted to have him, he just went through him, and mate, it was a great performance, very mature, and it's looked like lessons learned.
There was some people online sort of saying that Joey didn't offer much, but that could be more Tim making him fight that way, right?
There's always people online, so it doesn't matter what you do or what you say. You can try and please everyone, you can do everything right. There's going to still be some fuckwit on social media getting like hammering you for no reason. And if you put yourself out there in these sort of situations, you can't expect everyone to love you, and that's what it is. So I'm sure Tim and that are happy with the performance. They know Joey was a good opponent, and on to the next. He'll be on to bigger and better things. So I don't think he'd be too concerned with some idiot behind his keyboard hammering him.
What are your thoughts on Tim Tszyu, Keith Thurman, Tim Tszyu, Fondora rematch perhaps? What are your thoughts on all that?
Both good fights, both interesting. Man, the Keith fight's it's a weird one. Keith looked real good in his last one as well, and he just brings an awkward style, Keith. So it's be interesting to see how Tim and his team approach it. The Fondora fight, again, it's another awkward fight stylistically, like you've seen with the cut he got. How things can go down. But I thought up until that point, the first two rounds, I thought Tim was on his way to. I thought that was the best we've seen of Tim pretty much. And so look, I wouldn't be shocked if Tim could go out there and just absolutely run through Fondora in a rematch, but I think it's going to be Keith next. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I'm not amongst it, but that's just a few things I've watched. But either fight, they're both good fights and both interesting to watch.
What can fans expect to see on May the 14th here in Sydney?
Man, I've got a tough Mexican in front of me. Like none of them come from Mexico and don't come to fight. So look, it's going to be it's going to be a tough test. He's 19-1. He's young as well. So he's coming to win. So it's good. It's going to bring the best out of me. These challenges, I think, almost the fights that are meant to be a bit easier or an easier touch. I have been guilty of almost, I wouldn't say underperforming, but just doing what I need to do. And whereas I want to go out, I want to make a statement. and really run through this guy and dominate. So I'm just eager to get back in there, man. I'm excited, and I'm excited to be back, bro. It's been a long time, long time. 10 months out of the ring by the time the fight rolls around, and that's not my style. I like to be active. I like to, it's only a short career, and I want to fight as much as I can. So it's I'm just happy to be back, bro.
Nice one. Good luck, bro.
Cheers, brother. Appreciate it.